Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for coming to Buzzing on the Blab. Welcome to the show. This show is dedicated to helping you be better in business and in life. And each week, the awesome Mary Wong, president of the Office Depot Foundation, invites one of her friends from her hive to share their very best tips and strategies on a specific topic. And today, we want to help you get more productive using technology. And to help us, we've invited Falon Velez. She is the founder and owner of Teach Geek, and she's going to share some of the best apps that small businesses can be using today to grow their business. So now I will turn it over to Mary so we can start this fun conversation.
Thanks. So I'm so excited to have you here, Falon. This is a new format for me, so you'll have to forgive me because, again, this is in beta testing, so I'm not sure everything works yet, but we just go with the flow. But what I have learned to respect about you and for you is technology scares me. It is not something I love. It's not something I have embraced, and it's something that I truly in business was like, okay, yeah, I'll get somebody else to do that. And you have taught me that it's really can be kind of fun, and you're passionate about it. You love it. You just have this enthusiasm that's kind of catchy about you, and you explain it so easily and so well. The first time that Lynn and I sat down to talk with you and meet with you, you were so compassionate about how long you took with us to explain everything, and I guess you didn't prejudge anything. And I think the biggest thing for me with technology is the minute you learn something, I like a month or two later, it's already outdated, and you're on to the next thing. And for some people, they love that. For me, I'm just like the student of I like it this way, and I got this, and I'm good with this, and but it's ever changing. So I'm very proud of myself that I've gotten to be pretty good at the Facebook thing. Kate's got me into this Blab thing, and we're doing videos now and live streaming. Aren't you proud of me that I know these things?
I'm so I'm like, keep coming.
So then we got to talking, and I guess what I'm going to say to my friends out there is that it's not too late to start, and it's not too late to learn. And I'm going to offer that Falon here is a great teacher. So I'm going to let her talk and tell you about what's coming up over the horizon and how to keep yourself focused. So go ahead, Falon.
Hi, thank you so much. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Mary. I feel honored to be here, and you guys have taught me a lot too about just being a business person. I'm not really a business person, so between all of you, I'm actually learning to be more business savvy. And so through these apps, I'm actually learning oh, my life could be better too, even though I'm a techie. So,
and by the way, you are a business person.
Oh yeah.
You have a business and you employ people and you are rocking it out. So own it. And do not say you don't know this business stuff, because you do. You are a business woman.
Thank you. Yes. I will. Well, Teach Geek we're making it. So some of the apps that I'm going to talk about today are going to help you and everyone else out here that's watching just make your life a little bit easier to save you time and money so that you can increase your business productivity. I find that one of the biggest things with my clients is you guys don't realize all the fun stuff that's already out there to make your life easier. Like you were saying, Mary, we're about to hook you up with Alexa, and you're literally going to be able to have a personal assistant wherever you go to just be like, hey, Alexa, can you do this throughout the home and business environment? So that's pretty cool. And so I want to utilize some of those apps that we already have that are free so that it can kind of free up your time and also just give you a moment to be able to organize your thoughts, things, money, whatever. So we'll just get straight into it, shall we?
Yes. And before you start, I just want to tell everybody that's out there, would you please feel free? This is an open hive, so I'd like you all to please feel free. There is no stupid question. There is nothing that you can't feel free to. No one is going to judge here. Please feel free to ask any questions that you'd like. We're all here to learn and to grow together. So we encourage everyone to please ask questions. So go ahead,
that's
Valerie.
why it's called Teach Geek. Like we don't no judging here. Like no question is stupid. Trust me. I've
And
asked
I'm the number one geek. So let's go. So
all right.
go ahead.
So these are all, and what's cool about these is they're really easy to use. So if you can't, just hit us up on our number or like Facebook or something. Like they're so easy. It's just about really kind of downloading, and like Mary said, I like that. There's no stupid questions. So I hope to make these so easy that you're like, oh my gosh, that is so, you know what I mean? Like free up your time, free up your space, free up everything. So I'm going to start with ScanBiz. This is the best app ever. So what it is it's called ScanBiz Card. And if you download the app, I'm going to kind of show you a little bit of what it looks like on my phone. No more manually entering business cards into your Excel spreadsheets and your contacts. This is so cool. Like, so it looks like this. And I'll just give you a quick demonstration because there's nothing better than that, right? So here's my card and here's both sides. So I just tap on Scan Biz Card right here. Whoop. Hold on. Just quit out on me. Okay, so if I tap on the picture here, oh no, app update. Okay, so basically once you scan the card, it puts everything into your contact information and takes a picture of the front of the card. So you can see here, it's added the phone numbers, it's added the email addresses, everything on your business card so that it's uploaded directly into your contacts on any of your mobile devices, be it Android, Apple, whatever. And so what's cool about it is once you've uploaded into your contacts, you no longer have to worry about the card. You can just get rid of it. It keeps a picture of both the front and the back. And it also syncs to the cloud so that it's able to sync on all your devices. And I know some of us are using like CRM systems and all that fun stuff. It actually syncs with a lot of the CRM systems out there as well. So not only are you able to upload the card in seconds and then have it go to your contacts, you can actually export that into your CRM system. So whatever customer management system you may be using. The other thing that's really cool about it is that you're able to share it into groups. So a lot of these apps that are out there, a lot of people have issues because they're like, oh, I have this group that it's already set. For example, Office Depot Foundation. So I scan the business card. I want it to go into the groups. Well, with the Scan Biz Card, you can actually import it into your contacts, into your groups. So it's really nifty. It's really cool. Actually, Allison Lopez turned me on to it. And she's awesome because she doesn't walk around with a business card. She's just like, here, download ScanBiz Card app, and then I'll just send it to you. You can actually send each other cards. So you can save the environment, save a little money on your business cards. And honestly, it's becoming a really big app. It's a really great way to be able to just do something really quick and efficiently. I don't know about you guys, but like this is not going to happen anymore for me. Like I'm just like scanning, bam, right into my contacts. And like, you know, I can put little notes on it and let, you know, myself kind of remember where I met this person. Oh, I met this person at Sitting in Spaces or whatever. So that's a really cool one, guys. So if you want to download it, it's in the App Store and the Google Store. It's called ScanBiz Card. The next thing I want to talk about. ScanBiz Card.
So,
go ahead. Question.
I have a question. So I wanted to ask the question: Is it the ScanBiz app for Premiere or
just
Lite?
Get the Lite? The Lite is good enough. If it's 99 cents, I say spend the 99 cents, and I'll tell you why the 99 cents being spent is worth it. It usually costs, I think, $9.99, but right now I think they're offering a special. Am I right, Mary? Does it say 99 cents on there? I would get it. So
the premium is 99 cents, and the Lite there is no charge. So that's why I'm asking.
I would go with the Lite, but if you want the 99 cents one, let me just tell you that what it does is it has like an actual OCR. The OCR is very advanced, which is basically a way for it to kind of read what's on the card. But if you want the extra features, it'll have somebody actually read out the card to make sure that everything's correct. Because, you know, you get those fancy cards with like nifty, like little handwritings and all that. So for the 99 cents, I would spend it. But if you're like, oh, you know what, I'm going to save the $1 and just go through it myself, that's fine too. So I think ScanBiz owes me some money. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I just downloaded
it's pretty cool. Like, honestly, you guys are going to love it. Like, just any event you go to, bring out your ScanBiz card and scan it. People are going to be like, what are you doing? It's like, I'm scanning your card. You can have it back. Save your $1 or $2 or whatever. That's what I do. I just give them back their card because I don't want to, like, waste the money and the time and then have this big stack. So that'll help everyone out. Mm-hmm.
So I knew that you were going to talk. I knew that one of these would be one of these apps. So I counted up how many business cards I got at an event. Do you know how many I got? 102.
Can you imagine having to type all of those in to your contacts?
Lynn is jumping up and down right now for joy. Lynn's my assistant, you guys. She's jumping up and down. So all I have to do is
she just has to scan it, and it does it, puts it right in for you. Yay, I'm so glad. I'm glad to hear that Lynn is jumping up and down. That's good. It's really, honestly, it's a really good app. Like Allison uses it. I use it. We all use it. Like all my assistants, like everyone uses it. I promise you'll be thanking me later. All right. So the next one is.
I just have a question. Then when you put it in there, and then so it just goes into your contacts. So when you were saying groups, you like create a group within your contacts first, and then you can like put people into the group on your phone.
Yeah, and what's cool about that's one of the reasons why I like Canvas Card is because I'm sure you guys, everyone Apple out there, the one thing that I don't like about their contact feature is you can't add a group from the phone. You have to do it on your Mac or iCloud online. Yeah. Well, what's cool about Canvas Card is somehow they figured out some algorithm so that you're able to actually add a new group on the app itself, and it automatically translates to your contacts on iCloud or whatever, Google or whatever you're using. So it's that feature is another one. Thank you for asking that, Kate, because that was one of the features that I loved about it. With the other scan card apps, there's only a couple. You can't add a new group. So if I met you today and I was like, oh, you're part of the Office Depot Foundation, I've never had a group for Office Depot Foundation, I can actually create it directly from ScanBiz. Cool. Pretty neat. So then it would look something like this, which I've actually done before. So you'd have your contacts apps, then you clicked on groups, and then you can add a new group to one of these that you see here, and it'll automatically input it into, like I said, your contacts app here, your Google export. I mean, you can just export it to any of your CRM systems or Trello or any of that fun stuff, which I'm going to get to next. So it just syncs with everything. And then it syncs to the cloud to keep all the pictures so that in case for some reason you wrote an email to someone on the business card and it came back undelivered, you can actually look at the picture and say, oh, okay, there was an extra dot in between, the name of the person and the corporation. So
got it. Cool. Love it. No, what's your next ones? Now I'm excited to hear the other ones.
Okay. So my next one I'm going to go on to is Trello. Have you guys heard about Trello?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you mentioned it, but I haven't gotten it.
So Trello, you'll always remember Trello because it's like the cutest little app. It's like this little wolf. He looks like he's so adorable. Gets me every time, this little guy. Hold on. And what Trello does is it's actually a project management application that you can use on your iPhone, your Android, your tablet. You can go directly on any browser, and there's an application for it. So I'll show you really quickly. So what it is the project management tool, and it looks a little bit like this. You can actually create different boards. I'll actually just pull up my Trello. You can create different boards. So we're all familiar with like the big whiteboard, right? So you go on and we're like, all right, team, we're going to go to the whiteboard and we're going to like post it and, send all this stuff. And then we're going to email each other for like thousands of emails so everyone can get lost and confused. And then no one really responds. Well, Trello is a great tool for all that. Like you can organize yourself, organize amongst one another, or organize amongst several teams. So like you can have an executive team, you can have an assistant team, you can have an employee team, you can have me and my sister are working on our wedding team. Like you can have anything you want on there or just organize it yourself. And what it gets rid of is those lengthy emails or text messages back and forth about, hey, can you do this for me? Or would you like to do that? And then you got to like filter through it. The way it looks is, like I was saying, you get a bunch of boards that you can kind of go through. And so each board is like a whiteboard. And each board has its own individual project that you can, one project is in one board, and each board you can add different post-its to it, and you can assign people to it. So if you can see here, my marketing director, Adrian, and I communicate through here. So you don't have to worry about the emails. You can refer back to the comments here. You can make checklists on there. So that if I'm like, hey, we have this like one list to do, you can actually add little checklists and add due dates to it. And because it syncs on all your devices and everyone else's, you get a notification. So for example, Kate, if you and I were working on a project together and you said, hey, Falon, I really want you to get 5 apps together by next Friday, you would send me a due date. I would post in the apps, and each app would have its own checklist. Then I would get a notification on my phone letting me know the day before that you and I have something that we need to get done tomorrow. And both you and I would be able to see everything that's going on in real time. So if I posted a new app, you would get it immediately on yours. And if Mary, you were a part of our team, you would also be able to see everything on yours as well. So any person that you add to it gets to see everything that's going on simultaneously. We can all kind of communicate together via phone, via computer, browser, whatever. You can add attachments, pictures, documents, Excel spreadsheets, all of that fun stuff. So I think it's a really great.
Kate, this would be great.
You know what? I was just going to say, it would be amazing for the team over there, Mary, just with everything that you guys are doing, especially because, like, even today, perfect example, like when Lynn called me and said, where's the agenda? And I'm driving, I'm in my car, I can't send it.
Yeah.
And so if it was uploaded on Trello, obviously everyone.
No, this is excellent, you guys. And I'm also in, I'm just going to throw this out there, and I'm just thinking, but I'm in a mastermind group, and I'm just thinking, like, we were challenged with putting together what is our top 3 things that we want to work on this year, and and so putting that list together, and then the action points that you're going to take to get those things done, among everything else that you have to do and what you're going to want to get done. I think you have to be able to combine it with your work and everything else, and how do you prioritize that? I think this is a great way to be able to keep track of that, plus your work. And because this keeps your personal life and your professional life.
I don't know who Becca to Bonfit is, but
yep, Becca T-Bon.
I was gonna say, like, that's one of my points. Like, Teach Geek is all about environmental awareness and women empowerment and just bringing the world to a new level. And that's what I love about it. Like, no more Post-its, no more lengthy papers, no more like, here's this letter, or here's this thing, or here's this notepad. Like, you can do all of that. And the best thing about it is you can actually share it with everyone else or just yourself. So I really like that she said it was like an environmentally friendly app, because it is.
Yay, yeah. Oh, and
the fact that you can.
Speaking of Becca, you need to be on her little exercise show. So you guys need to connect.
Okay.
At a later date. Okay, moving on. Apps.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the other quick thing I wanted to talk to you about, Trello. Remember, I said it could be like a personal thing, it could be a project management tool for teams, businesses. So me and my sister were getting ready for her wedding, and what I love about it is she's super organized, but she's like, I'm not super techie. I don't do this tech stuff. So I downloaded Trello for her, and I just sent her an invite. She got on her phone, and look at her now. She's like sending me pictures of what she wants on each board. So we've created our own board. She's like, okay, I want this. So if you click on the picture, she's got her notes. I mean, it's really cool. You can add documents to it so that you're able to communicate with one another through the same exact app, which is awesome. So I'm really proud to say that someone's not tech savvy is like, this is the wedding cake I want. And this is what I want it to look like, which is cool. So each person, if you look here, has their own board. So I'm a little addicted to Trello, guys. So I have tons of boards. And for each board, I have different teams or just my own personal ones. So it's not just about. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, this is where I get stuck, because I use Trello. I was using it for my interns, and I was using it with like a couple different projects. And then I found that I had so many different boards, and I had all these different people using them. And then I was getting confused with which ones are outdated, which ones am I updated? And I guess it really is just like being consistent and using it, because I just kind of go into my phases of apps, and I get really excited about them in the beginning. I start using them, and then I back away and start either using something else, or I just don't use that app at all. So I guess you have to find the ones that really work for you and just stick with them.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I will tell you about this is remember that each project is its own thing, but each project can have many, many boards, right? Yeah. So I've learned to utilize this get very organized with it. For each board, I make that one project. For example, I might have Teach Geek Creative. I have to have its own, creative has to have its own board because I have 3 people on it. I have a marketing director, I have a graphic designer, I have myself. So between that, all 3 of us can then go into the board and we can create different outlines. Like each one then has its own kind of post-it, as you can tell. Mm-hmm. And within that, you can create as many as you want. That can get as lengthy as you want. So maybe condense it to just a project and then keep within the project a board for each person. That's what I do. So it doesn't get too lengthy, but then I have all these other things going on outside of Teach Geek. Like I might just have like I said, the wedding that I'm working on. I have a couple projects that are outside of Teach Geek. WTF has its own board. So that then I could refer back to that main project in my life. But again, I can go into that particular board and make it even more condensed per board and like post-its and pictures. And you can really, really get specific with checklists. If you use a checklist, you can have one board just full of checklists. So, and the reminders and the due dates also help. So maybe you want to utilize that feature a little bit more because it'll remind you on your phone. Literally, I get a text message from Charlotte like, did you do what Kate asked you to do today? Did you get your 5 bucks out?
Did you meet your deadline?
Yeah. So it's kind of like a reminders / calendar / communication project management tool together, if that makes sense. So it's kind of a one-stop shop.
Cool.
All right.
And if anybody has questions, we've had a couple more people come in. So if anyone has any questions, just dive in. If you want to call in, you can, or if you want to just type in the question, we can ask Falon. So just let us know. Okay. Next one.
All right. So my next one is, okay. Has anyone heard of Thumbtack? No. Oh, Thumbtack. You have? Okay, yay. You have? That's awesome.
I don't know how to use it, but
Did I tell you about Thumbtack? No, probably not. No. Ooh, good. Okay, well, Thumbtack's really, really cool, guys. I wish I could share the video with you. I mean, it took the last presentation, like I showed it, it took everyone's breath away because it was such an inspirational like video about this woman's journey with Thumbtack. But what it is it's twofold. It's both consumer-based and business-based. So what Thumbtack does is, for the consumer, we'll talk about that really quickly. I started using Thumbtack because I was looking for, again, for my sister's wedding, we were looking for party rentals, like places in Delray / Boynton Beach that would come and drop off tables to us. We didn't want to have to go pick up tables and chairs and all that because we're having an in-home wedding, like a backyard wedding. So we wanted to be able to find someone that would be able to do that for a reasonable price. That wasn't like some big name corporation, but also a company that we want to keep working with because we have a lot of different things going on. I had a big Halloween party last year and that's how I found this company. And we also wanted to kind of get somebody who was local in the area, which is kind of hard to find if you're not like super rich and can't afford Google or your business isn't making thousands of dollars a day, right? So Thumbtack was like my go-to thing. But what's cool about Thumbtack on the business side is if you are a small business and you can't afford Google AdWords for $10,000 a month or Facebook projects that cost, $100 a day, Thumbtack actually finds the clients for you and you just pay per quote. So the way they work is you download the app, you tell Thumbtack what your business is. So I did it for Teach Geek, for example. I told them I'm an on-demand tech company and you got to get real specific. They're going to ask you a bunch of questions. Well, what does that mean? Well, I go to people's houses. I teach them how to use their products. I also train and set up on smart home devices. And we specialize on smart home automation. Okay, so what Thumbtack does is they say there's all these people out there on Thumbtack who need someone to help with Alexa or someone to help with a printer issue or whatever. So it finds your niche of customers and it also helps the business grow in a way that doesn't allow you to have to spend thousands of dollars on marketing and advertising. So you pay per credit, right? So each credit is $1.67. And I know this because I did it. So I bought 40 credits and you can find coupons on Retail Me or just let me know and I'll like hit me up with an email and I'll be like, go to Retail Me, there's coupons for Thumbtack or whatever. So you buy like 40 credits. And depending upon the demand of your business, let's say, on-demand tech help is pretty, it's pretty prevalent out there. I might have to pay 4 credits per quote. But Kate and Mary both come on and they say, I need someone to come and teach me how to use my computer. Well, what kind of computer do you have? Maybe I only teach Macs. Maybe someone else teaches PC. What they've done is they've kind of like DNA'd how your consumer or your client is going to work for your type of business. And the best thing about it is only 5 people can send a quote. So if I own a business that's on-demand tech help and 4 other people do, after that, nobody else can send that client a quote. And at that point, we just kind of talk to you through the Messenger app and let you know, hey, Kate, I think I specialize in exactly what you're looking for. You're looking for an Apple technician. Well, we're Apple certified. So Thumbtack just kind of really pinpoints the type of client that you need. And it's literally $1.67 per credit. The app is free to use for the consumer. And again, for the business, you buy a bunch of credits, and through the credits, you can actually pay per quote. So like I said, you pay 4 credits per quote for something that may be a little bit more high in demand, maybe 5. If you're, let's say, a cake baker in Delray Beach and you make the best cupcakes, but there's only about 4 or 5 of you, then the credits will be lower, maybe 1 to 2. So it's a really great way if you don't have a lot of money right now, you can't afford to be putting yourself out there on Google and Facebook and all that. Thumbtack is getting bigger and bigger, and people are starting to download it to be able to find anything from a piano teacher to a plumber to an on-demand tech company or somebody who does hair or, you know, all this kind of fun stuff on there. I actually got a girl through there that would come and do my hair because it was like a fast 5-minute thing. I had a wedding that I didn't think that I was going to need to get my hair done until I saw all these girls and their hair was all beautiful. I was like, I need someone in the next 3 hours. And I went on Thumbtack and I found someone to come and do my hair. And it was actually very reasonably priced. And because she was on there, she sent me a quote. I loved her personality. I was like, come over to my house. It was awesome.
That's so cool. I love it.
Both the consumer and the business will be pretty happy with it. You know, the great thing about it, like I said, is it really finds your niche market. It really finds your niche clients. So
I have used them. I didn't know that I wanted a dog walker. So but I did. That's what I used them for. And a book illustrator. So can we just stop for just a sec? And because this is a lot of information for me. Okay. I know some people are very smart when it comes to this stuff, but let's just recap for just a sec. Okay. Because this is a lot of stuff. So Falon, just go over and if people kind of have been coming in and everything, could you just recap the apps that you kind of just went over a little bit of what you went with so far? Because I loaded every one of them too, by the way. I've been busy. I'm so excited.
Yeah, no, I'll be happy to go over them. Let's start with Scan BizCard again. So this app is super, super cool. We talked about it. No more typing in business cards manually or like getting a stack like I probably shouldn't. Actually, I don't have that money. I'm doing pretty good. You know, basically you take your card, the business card from, you know, the person that you're meeting, networking or whatever. You scan it into the app. You take a picture of both the front and the back. And then the app automatically puts all the information from the business card onto your contacts application, be it Android or Apple. So once it's in the contacts app, you're able to then, you know, put it into any group that you like. So you can get really specific on where you want that business, that networking or business person that you just meant to go. What's cool about it is that it also syncs. So it keeps a picture of every single business card that you ever collected in its own cloud service. And then again, it also syncs to your contacts app. So whether you're using Google, whether you're using Android, Dropbox, whatever cloud platform, it all kind of integrates into this one really cool app. And it's really as simple as downloading it and taking a picture. Like, that's it. Is that good? Oh, somebody just wrote something.
Yep.
Do we have any questions about that?
Downloading Thumbtack.
No, Thumbtack's awesome. It's great. Kate, it'll be good for you too. So that's Scan BizCard. The other one that we were talking about was Trello. And so what Trello does is it's a great tool for organizing yourself or amongst one another or several members on a team. No more lengthy emails or old-fashioned whiteboards. You can just create a board on here, and through that board you can add post-its and, you know, reminders, due dates. You can add documents, spreadsheets, pictures, all in one place. And as long as everybody's on the same Trello board, you're able to sync everything in real time. So if Mary and I are having conversation right now and I'm taking notes on what she's talking about and Kate and a bunch of other people on it, they're actually going to see that in real time. Like right now, you're seeing this interview. So like put it on the Trello board and it just, everybody's able to, utilize it and collaborate on it. So it's really cool. And it's as simple as downloading the app and then signing up and then just starting a board and then you can attach members to it. It's really easy. Send out an email and those members become part of your team. Once you get a team, you kind of get everybody to pinpoint what you need or design it so that maybe me and Mary are on one side of the team, but Kate and I have another board. So the other thing I like about it that someone brought to our attention is environmentally friendly. So no more Post-its and papers and notepads and all that fun stuff. You can actually do everything from Trello. You can have reminders, calendars, Excel spreadsheets, like I said, documents, attachments of all sorts. So great tool for collaboration and project management. Do we have any questions?
I'm so excited to use it.
Anyone?
Yeah, if anyone has any questions, let us know. And if you want to jump on, just call in and we'll let you come in. Or if you just want to type in a question, maybe you have a specific question about your business or a specific app you've heard about or something in your business you want to be more productive in. I'm sure Falon has some great tips on some apps that you could potentially use that'll help make you easier.
Now I see all these people that are on here and they are not shy. So get in here,
right?
Becca, Cynthia. Oh, you guys, come on, join us in that. This is why we do this. So please, who else look at us all day? So please come on in. So, all right. So anybody. So Becca, you said something about Fantastic. What is that? Fantastic Solutions? Is that something being fit? God help us.
Fantastic.
I'm going.
Somebody's calling in.
Anyway.
I don't know who that is, but I'll see.
Oh, somebody wrote Envision Board. It is, I don't know if you meant a vision board, but yes.
Oh, it's Cynthia.
That's exactly.
Cynthia, great. Thank you.
You can totally use it as a vision
board. Woman.
Actually, kind of funny. Like one of my girlfriends was using it as a vision board because she was like, I really want to go to all these trips. I was like, make a Trello board with all the places that you want to go. And she's like, can you do that? I was like, why not? There's a cyber world. There must be spirits in the cyber world as well. Like energy goes to anywhere. So she actually made one and we did one for our trips and where we want to go. It's really cool. So we posted like pictures on all the places that we want to go and we're both in it. So that also we started a new board, like how to get to the trips in our vision board. So like we'll put kayak prices and like different ways that we find like good deals on where we want to go, for example, Australia or New Zealand. So I saw someone say something like that. That was really cool. So you can use it as a vision board or anything you need to. Like I said, a lot of people are getting married.
That's great idea.
Great way to keep yourself organized for, what you're going to wear or what, I don't know. I've never gotten married, so I don't know what brides do. I'm just learning now, but it sounds like there's a lot of planning and organizing. So this is a great tool for that. Let's see if I can read. Great.
Can we get Cynthia?
I tried. Cynthia, try calling in again because it was doing the whole. It might be internet connection or something, but we'll see.
Okay. So what's the next one you want to tell us about?
I'll just review it really quickly. That was the one that is kind of a twofold app, which is both consumer and business based. So if you're a small business and you're trying to market yourself out there, but you don't have a ton of money, this is a great place to start. I promise you, everybody that I know, I got a couple of my really amazing clients on there. It's great if you're just starting off. You do not have $5,000 to $10,000 to be spending on Google Ads, and I don't recommend it. I say go on this app for $1.67 per credit, pay 4 credits for a quote. You might lose $5, but I promise you that between the 40 credits, you're going to gain at least one client. And if you're charging, let's say 30 or 40, $50 an hour, and you stay 2 hours with this person, you've already paid way past that quote and probably gained one more client. That's the way I see it. That's how I use it for Teach Geek, so we charge per the hour. If I've already been there 1 hour and I'm going into my second hour, I've already paid that quote, made a relationship, and probably I'm gonna gain a client through word of mouth. So look at it as a way to market yourself for very, very low cost. Very, very efficient. And then also, you might spend all this money on Google and they're not getting the client you need, right? Like, for example, I'm on Google and I get everyone asking me if I'm the Geek Squad. Then I get to explain to them that I'm not the Geek Squad, I'm Teach Geek, and I'm way better because my girls are girls and they're awesome and they're pretty. And we're, trained really well on everything. And we're clean and we're fun and we come and we teach. And then, now I'm selling myself and I'm not a seller. So I'm like, oh man, well, you might have that problem with Thumbtack. It literally finds your client. Like I said, if you're a piano teacher, maybe you teach, what kind of piano teacher are you? Do you teach, acoustic or not acoustic? I'm sorry. Do you teach like classical or do you teach rock or whatever? So if you're a client looking for a specific niche, you're going to find that person on Thumbtack. Thumbtack is like this cool joining of like, let me help this client and let me help this business find each other for $1.67 per credit.
And so there's Thumbtack. So it's
Thumbtack Pros and then Thumbtack regular. If you're a Thumbtack Pro, that means you're the business. You want to put all of your, and they're really great. I'm not just ranting and raving about them. They're not paying me to be here. They actually ask you probably about 20 questions in your business. I mean, what app does that? Craigslist doesn't do that. Like Craigslist is the closest to this. It asks you 20. If you say you're a computer technology company, they're like, oh yeah, what do you like to do? Apple, Windows? Oh, you like Apple? Which kind of Apple do you like? So you're like, oh wow, you're really, they're really getting integrated on what it is that your niche is. And on the client side, it asks you the same thing. You need computer help? What kind of computer help? Do you need mobile device help? Do you need Android help? So what I'm saying is that it kind of just weaves itself to hopefully find the right business and client relationship.
Got it.
For $1.67 per credit. So you can't beat that.
I'm just going to raise my hand because I actually was looking for a book illustrator. And when I didn't know where to go. And so somebody recommended that app. I got the top 20 in this area to help me. And it was very, very good. They were very direct. Then you can pick who you want and who you want to talk to, and they can give you their whole piece. And it was a very effective way of being able to solicit and get who you would like to do the work with.
And Mary, you can probably agree that you don't have to go through 7 different websites to kind of find that person. You're probably happy that, okay, I can download one app and kind of find what I'm looking for, which is what I like about it on the consumer side. Like, I don't have to go to Craigslist.
So what I was shocked at was after you chose who you'd like to work with, it was very sophisticated because then they gave you samples of their work. They showed it right on the site. It was very
That's true. That's exactly it. You have to, as a consumer, you get to show them what your projects are that you've worked on. And like I said, you can actually message each other right through the app. So pretty cool way to communicate without having like the hassle of the Google AdWords and Facebook and that stuff gets really, really pricey after a while. So I just think it's a great way to start to get your name out there without having to pay a bunch of advertising and marketing costs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Cool. So I joined both so I could have both the business.
I have
and
both too. I have both
professional.
too. Like,
So
I'm like constantly looking for people. At the same time, I want to help people that need help in the tech world. So,
right. So what's the next one you have?
I think we only have about 20 minutes left. So I'm really gonna work it on. Kate, this is your suggestion. We're gonna talk about one password.
Oh,
I think that's gonna be a good one for everyone.
Yes, it is. Because we've all
Mary, I think you are probably like really happy about this.
I worked all weekend on this. Yes.
Awesome.
To the max.
Okay, so forget about remembering hundreds of thousands of passwords. This is one password. Literally, it's called one password. And I've been recommending it. I want to say my first client 4 or 5 years ago. He is my favorite client. He's my longest client, John Krupnick. I hope you don't hate me for saying your name. I love you. But he was like, Devin, I can't remember my passwords. And he calls me one day and I'm like in Ecuador. I'll never forget. And he's like, I need you to tell me my iCloud password. I don't know what it is and I can't find my iPhone. I was like,
gosh,
I'm in Ecuador. He's like, I don't care. You must be the only person that remembers his password. Sure enough, I started looking through all my emails and all my stuff, found his password for him. After that, when I came back, I was like, I don't care what it costs. We're getting you a password app. Well, he was the first person that I actually recommended 1Password to 5 years ago. It's probably on sale right now. I think it's $25. So worth every penny. I don't care if it's 50. Basically, you put all of your passwords in here. It's very secure. So if you're going to ask me, hey, they're going to get hacked and this and that. Look, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not going to sit here and pretend. All of us can get hacked. All of us, any security question can be breached. All of that stuff just happens. If the government can't keep tabs on it, we can't. But what I can tell you is that these applications spend thousands and thousands of millions of dollars and time and geeks and everyone trying to make sure that their security systems aren't breached. And 1Password has been recognized by the New York Times, TechCrunch, major companies as one of the #1 security app systems in the world. What it is you basically make a master password, one big master password that you remember. That password cannot, if no one knows it, no one can get into it. And if they think there's something a little funky, they'll immediately ask you about 3 security questions. And this unlocks all of the passwords to your life. So you can put in your bank statements, you can put, your bank information, credit cards. I have my driver's license, passport, all my passwords to any email that I have, all of my GoDaddy passwords, all of my passwords to my school stuff. And what's nice about it is it organizes it into a really cool library. So for example, I'll have banks, then I'll have emails, school stuff, work stuff, employee IDs, whatever. And I really feel that it's very secure. And I know that because I forgot my password a couple of times and it completely locked me out, sent me a ton of emails and calls to make sure that I said who I am. I was like, whoa, this is pretty, it was pretty nifty. And then if you can't answer any of that, at the end of it, it literally explodes and blows all your passwords up. So you're like, all right, no one, someone really has to know me to be able to get in there. It syncs through all your devices. In order to sync through your device, it goes through this 3-step process. So ask you what are your security questions, then it'll send a text to your phone, and then it'll ask you what you did last night. Just kidding. But it'll really get, it's really specific on what the questions are and how to be able to put that on all your devices. But once it's there, you're able to basically sync all your passwords. And so you're in the middle of something and you need to get that password for Google, no big deal. You just go on 1Pass and it's a little bit like this, which is kind of cool. You can either have it as the 1Password, or for me, I can't remember even that. So what you do is it says unlock your 1Pass and you just put your little finger on there. Whoops. And there it is. Unlocks all my passwords. So it has fingerprint technology in it for any of the devices that you have that may be mobile, or even your computer if you have that. Actually,
Cynthia just asked, is it one, look at what she wrote. Is it 1Password spelled out or just the one?
It's number 1 and then password.
Number 1Password.
It's on the Google App Store, or the Google Store, the Apple App Store. I think even Android has it on, I'm not sure I think it's the Play Store. So you can download it. It also is a desktop application for both Windows and Apple platforms. So.
Okay.
Perfect. Downloading it now. Yay. Really cool.
So share with everybody that during my lesson, that was one of my things that we learned. And I had a great big black file that was truly this big. And it was full of all these files of every credit card, all the stuff, all the medical records, everything. And she gave that to me, and I promised her I'd work on it for my next thing. And I did. I put in a total of 162 passwords. And so we changed them all. Well, the problem is is that some of them, to change them, you have to go through this process. So, so I had to change them. That's why it took so long. So, I didn't know. So I didn't know. What you don't know, you don't know. Don't you judge me. Ms.
I'm saying that's a lot. I'm saying that's a lot of passwords.
No, that's awesome. You're going to laugh at me. I have 300.
Really?
Yeah.
I just looked the other day. If you don't believe me, I'm lying. I have 356
passwords. What are they all for?
Because
well,
the thing with me, it's not just, I'm lying. That's actually all items. I have my passport, my driver. Like I said, I completely trust this app. I have every single thing in there. So if you give me those little, what I love about this app? These? these things, these things.
Yeah.
These things. It'll scan it for you, so I know to have it in there. It's like Slash. I don't use it. I don't use it anymore.
You use that on your phone?
No, I'm like, yeah. It's able to scan. I'm telling you, it's best app. You can actually put my credit cards in there. So if I get breached, everybody's nosy.
I was just gonna say,
Falon's
okay,
stuff is on there.
Stop saying, like, people are gonna be like, "Who's this Falon?" I'm gonna find her. I'm gonna hack into her one password.
Their password is hard, and that's the one thing I love about it. You just have to remember. It's called one password because you just have to remember one password. So make it really hard. Make it something you're only gonna remember. And then that one password is all you need because every other password is stored in there. So all you have to do is put your little fingerprint on it and you're good to go. So
cool.
So, can I just ask again from everybody? Is there anybody that has a question? Because we covered a lot of different apps here that were great for productivity, I think, for small businesses, or quite frankly, for personal use for you. Does anybody have anything, or would they like to join in on a conversation?
Who wants to join us? Somebody come on and join us. It's fun.
Lisa.
It's fun.
It's fun.
You guys can ask me whatever you want.
I do have a question. I know like a lot of this stuff is right now. It's in the now. But one of the things and some of these women and men are, they all own businesses or they're in business. And I think one of the things is that as soon as you get all this loaded and it's up and it's running, then there's another thing that's on the horizon. What is up and coming, Falon, that you see, but maybe it's not just ready yet, or it's in beta form or something, or what do you? I know that you like what is it that you see coming that you love that you would suggest?
Let's see. It's a good question.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of apps that do the same kind of thing and really picking the one that's best for you.
One thing that I like that I'm starting to teach my clients a lot, and people usually say, "Oh, you're an Apple person," and I'm like, "No, I like everything. I like Windows. I like Apple." Have you guys heard of OneNote?
Mm-hmm.
I actually really like OneNote. This is up and coming. It's pretty new.
What's it like?
It's awesome. Like what I like about OneNote is, you know how I was talking about Trello being a project management tool where you can like kind of have all your stuff syncing and kind of have boards going. Well, what's cool about OneNote is I've actually started making a book on there. That's how specific it is. But you can actually make, just like Trello can make boards, you can make separate notebooks for each individual project or thing in your life. So what I've done with my clients is I've actually had them download OneNote. And so we put all of the notes that we talk about in there. So I'll create a tab. And if you look at it, you see how I have all these kind of notes here?
Yeah.
Imagine each one of those being a book, right? So everybody has their own book. So Mary and I are going to have our own book. You and I may have our own book, Kate. And once you click on the book, then you have these things. We have these tabs. You see each tab? Imagine that being like a chapter. You can start a new chapter for parts of your book. So what's nice about it is I might say, "Hey, Mary, today we're going to work on Alexa." So we're going to always go to that Alexa tab when we want. But let's take it out of technology. Let's think about something that may work for you, Kate. For example, you're in marketing, and give me something that you would want to be able to keep notes between us on.
Like doing upcoming videos.
There
like
we go.
Video project.
Perfect. So you could you can make a new book starting on the side here. So think of this as your library of notes. We could start your new book, and I could say, "Hey, Kate, let's start a new tab. We're going to call it Fun, Cool App Videos." Within that tab, we can write notes between each other, and you can take all kinds of pictures on it, just like Trello. You can upload other documents to it. So it's kind of neat because just like Trello, it's kind of a project management tool, but on the writer side. So for somebody that takes a lot of notes and somebody that likes to keep up with all the things that they're doing, it's kind of cool. Like I said, with my clients, I'm able to, thank you. I'm able to write down a note, make a tab for them, and then write within that tab. So like if we're working on learning Pages or Word documents, I'll write little Post-its on it. I can add little pictures. I can make it so that both of us are looking at it together and it's syncing to all my devices. I think OneNote can get really, really specific soon. So go ahead.
Is it similar to Evernote? But I guess Evernote doesn't really.
Evernote is similar, but it doesn't sync the way that. Yep. And well, it doesn't have the tabs, but it also doesn't sync, so I can have groups on it. So you, me, and Mary can be on a group right now and make notes on this cool app. That's not something
can I interrupt for just a second? We have two questions, so I just want to make sure we get them. We were asked by, is it
Alyssa?
Elise?
Do you know?
Ellis. Do you know of a password app where you can share selected passwords with
Good question. And Mary, I think we may have talked, maybe it might have been, was it you? Yeah, probably Lynn, but there's another person.
Yes.
Ellis. Okay. Ellis, yes. 1Password does that. They just created Teams. I just saw that actually like 2 weeks ago. They made it so that you can actually have a team connected to the passwords and you can still have your own personal vault. They call it the vault. So you can have your own personal vault and then you can share a part of the vault with your teams, to answer your question, which is really cool.
Cool.
And,
so you have access to
the
master person, and then your assistant may be able to see the passwords that you allow them to see. That's exactly what I need. Good. Yeah. 1Password.
And then Cynthia just wanted to know, is it 1Password or I think 1Password or is it O1E password or the letter
it's
one?
Sorry, the number one. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So I also wanted, Fallon, you're going to post a little cheat sheet for us, aren't you?
I have it already. Kate,
we talked
Kate
about
already has it.
I'm actually uploading it right now.
And that.
Okay. So do you want to tell them a little bit about that?
Sure. Oh,
Kate?
Go ahead, Kate. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Kate,
Fallon, go ahead.
Yeah, Falon created this fun little sheet for everybody. It's got 5 really cool apps for small business. 3 of the ones that we talked about today are actually on that sheet. So you can actually, it has a little description and it has the name of it. So you can go and download your apps. And I'm uploading it to our private little Facebook group. And you can go to facebook.com/groups/women's symposium. I'm going to put it in the little notes so you guys can join our little group. You can click right here, join our little group, and
there are men in the group too, so please feel free.
Alice, you can join.
Yeah, Alice, you can.
Mark is on here, so please feel free to join. We're just going to open it up, so please feel free.
And we do. Go ahead, Mary.
Mm-hmm, go ahead. No,
we do these weekly blabs every Tuesday at 3:00. And like I said, Mary invites one of her friends from her hive to join us and talk about some kind of a business or life tip. They're experts in their fields and industries. So obviously today we talked about productivity, but we actually worked on the schedule yesterday. So we have lots of really great speakers up and coming. We're really excited about them. So definitely be part of that group so you know what's happening in this little world, in the hive, as Mary calls it.
So listen, I want to thank Falon. She's been a great teacher to me. I enjoy so much spending my time with her. No, Ellis, you can join. There are men in there, so don't say only women. Please come and join us. We'd love to have you. But I would like to say to you, Falon, tell them just quickly here if they're interested in working with you, or if, tell them how do they get in touch with you, because you've been a lifesaver to me. So please.
Well, first of all, thank you, Mary, again. That really brings a little smile to my heart, like a little emoji right here. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. And thank you both for having me on the show. If you guys want to learn more about us, you can actually go to my website, teachgeek.co, like this, but it's backwards to you. So it's teach, like the word teachgeek.co. Basically, we're an on-demand tech help company. We come to you and in your place of home or business and just help you with your tech needs. So if you guys are, ever looking for someone to help you out, I'm not just about making the money, they're like, you can give us a call. Like we'll pick up the call and like try to help you as much as we can over the phone. But I try to post as many tips and cool little tricks on my Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram accounts. So if I can give you guys any help, if you want to help me, just tell me what you think you need, and I'll be happy to put out the information as best as I can. But if you're interested in having us come to your home, let us know. Again, teachgeek.co. You'll find out all the information there. I hope that I was able to provide something to help your life out, and something that was resourceful enough to either grow your business or save you some time and money in your personal life so that you can free up more time for your business. So that's what I came here to do, and I hope that I did that in some way, shape, form, or fashion today. Thank you again, guys, for having me on.
I think you did a great job.
You did.
And we want to hear from all of you too. If you like these, we want to hear about them. We want to hear, these apps were meant for you. And Falon did a really great job, I feel. And so we'd love to hear back through Facebook or through Twitter and all of those things on social media, and tell us how you feel that these have helped you. I see a lot of things on the side that we're going to go right to them and use them. Please do. But after you load them and you use them, I want to hear back from all of you and hear how they've helped your business on there. But Kate, do you want to wrap it up?
Yes. So thank you again, Falon. You are awesome. And I apologize if I was looking down some. I was downloading the apps that you were sharing. So you absolutely
awesome.
You absolutely helped. Welcome to our new group members. Ellis, you're totally in. Just accepted you a part of the group. So thanks everyone for coming. And please, like Mary said, comment and let us know what you liked about the Blabs over on the Facebook page so that we can do more of these, and let us know who you want to hear from so we can invite them on. And I'm sure we'll invite Falon on again, because there's always coming out. So we want to make sure that you're all being as productive as possible. So thank you again for joining us on Buzzing on Blab. And we're excited to see you next week, same time, 3:00 p.m. on Tuesday. So we'll see you next week. And thank you guys until next time. Have a great week.
Guys.
Thanks everybody.
Bye.
Bye.